Alright, hey guys, I got a OU match here versus Jordan123, Smogan, and so yeah, it's a good match. He's using a hoary sand team. I call it hoary because I freaking hate sand teams to hell, and they usually are a bit hoary. The only non-hoary Pokemon he really has is like basically Rhea to a standpoint, because that's not that common anymore, and Shuckle. So yeah, here I'm just gonna Hydro Pump straight from the get-go just to see how much damage I can do. And this is the wrong Rotom. This is supposed to be a Scarf start. But no, it's actually just the standard Rotom set with 128 HP and speed, and then the rest in special attack. But it still does a decent job here. He goes for a crunch, and that does a decent amount, so I'm guessing he's an all physical, and he hasn't set up self-rock, so I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? So yeah, so I'm just gonna Hydro Pump again, and that's easily gonna take it out from that rage. And so yeah, that's the good stuff. And someone commented in my last video that I should not be stop the metal stuff, so I'm like, okay. And yeah, this is actually Sick Bubblegum by Skrillex. It's a remix by Skrillex of one of Rob Zombie's songs, so I really like it. And yeah, so it's a really good song to me. And so he's gonna just start setting up the calm lines, and I'm starting to freak out a bit because I don't want this thing to sweep my team, but it's okay. I'm not starting to freak out once I saw that I did have Scizor on this team again. So yeah, this is my Sword Stance Scizor, so I'm not scared too much. And then that automatically means he has a second Calm Mind up. I knew he'd Calm Mind again, not going for an attack, because that really wouldn't hurt me that much. And he's going to go into Excadrill to take a Bug Bite, which I do have since this is my Calm Mind, and that's going to do a nice chunk to it. But let's face it, Excadrill does not have that great of defenses. Here I'm going to go in Conqueror just to take an EQ, which it does, but not quite as well as I was hoping it would. So that automatically tells me it's Adamant. And here I know from the start that he is a Life Orb instead of a Balloon, so that's really good. And I just go for a safe Mach Punch, not wanting to risk anything because he wants to stay in and over-predict. So yeah, here I'm going to switch out back into Scizor, seeing what I can do. And he's just going to go straight for a Psychic, try to take me out from there. But yeah, I switch into Scizor, that's a 2 times resist, so that's not going to do shit to me. And here I go for a Super Power, expecting him to go back into Excadrill, but I over-predict, so oh well. And yeah, at least this match wasn't like that last OU match I tried to have. Last OU match I actually lost because I threw together some pokes, and well, I got fucked over with that because I was trying to use a Sharpedo for like the second time ever, and against like a Conqueror who had like a plus bulk up set, and he already had a bulk up, and basically I had to ride on my paralyzed Mew to be able to not be paralyzed, and my whatever it's freaking called, Sharpedo, to be able to get a Hydro Pump off before he kills me. And so yeah, like in that case, my Hydro Pump missed, unfortunately. See, and then he had that plus, then he got the +1 because I knew he was gonna try to Mach Punch me, but I knew he'd just set up there. And this is a completely different battle, but yeah, I was just a demonstration of how I could get fucked over the hacks. And then so yeah, he killed off my Sharpedo in that case. And then my Mew got paralyzed because I knew it'd be able to take a payback, but yeah, it got paralyzed and I just got fucked with crits. And so here I'm gonna play it safe again and try not to overpredict, and he actually does. I do hit the Excadrill, which is actually really, really good for me. And now he's just gonna go and Toothless his freaking Dragon Latios. And I'm pretty sure the name does come from How to Train Your Dragon. I do like that movie, and he's gonna Surf here. Makes no sense to me why he'd Surf. Any move would do a ton more on anything I have, because I don't have a water weakness. So yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. So he's gonna switch out here, and I'm just gonna go for a Wish, just in case I need to heal anything that's gonna have to take a close combat with Life Orb. I was hoping whatever I sent in here would take it much better than it did. I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna send in Rodom here to take it. I was hoping that it would, but apparently not. I mean, honestly, I thought it would be able to take it so much better. I don't know why it didn't send in Mew, but I don't know. It would have been the smarter thing I could have done. But here, so yeah, I'm just gonna send a Mew at this point, being stupid as I was, and I'm gonna put off a T-Wave on this thing, knowing I could live a X-Scissor. And since I do have the Psychic, I will be able to throw one at it, and that will do a nice chunk, seeing that it's at -1. Oh yes, and now we're at the other Skrillex song. This is called Weekends by Skrillex. So yeah, I'm just gonna call him up as I hear him there. And this is the last song, so yeah, I'm gonna let this one play out in the end because I know it goes off the actual game. So you're gonna get some black screen there once all my announcements are done and shit. So yeah, and he's just gonna take himself out with Life Orb, and I'm planning just to fodder out because I do not have a recovery on this mute, and really nothing else can help me here. And here I'm just gonna Thunder Wave this thing, which does come in a lot of handy. Just does come in handy a lot in this match. So yeah, that's good. And the Sandstorm, and then my lefty's recovery, the usual. And so I'm gonna switch out here, and the Conqueror is gonna come in, and he's gonna knock off my choice band, which is quite unfortunate for me because now I don't have anything to super power through this Pokemon. Though, seeing as the Drain Punch did, it wouldn't do much. Yeah, and I don't gain at 69. Alright, so he's gonna Toxic me, so I'm like, okay, you just gave me a choice band once again. And in a sense, because the guts raised. So that's good, and that means I'm just gonna be able to Drain Punch once more before I die off, and I go back all the way to 69. Lolz. That's a good match. And he's just gonna knock off once more. I guess he's like predicting the switch or something. I don't honestly know. But yeah, that's just gonna be the end of Conqueror this round because toxic damage is racking up. And so Conqueror a feint, and then I'm gonna send in Super Buck because I do want to set up in his face, not knowing what he'd really do. And so yeah. And like he gets the parry here. He actually gets. So that's actually good. I honestly don't know that. I didn't know before this battle that Shuckle got what it's called, whatever it's freaking called, Encore. Alright, so he gets the double para, which I find roll worthy, which is actually really good for me. And so here I'm gonna Sword Dance for the third time, and this is where he actually encores me. And I knew there that I wouldn't be able to get anything done unless I was hoping to God that he'd stay in for 2 turns, expecting me to like switch out. But I'm just gonna Sword Dance here, and he's gonna go for a knockoff, expecting my switch. But then now he knows that I'm gonna stay in, and he goes into his Latios. Finally, I get that name right off of that. Finally. So he's gonna show his Latios. That was my only hope if he didn't go into the Latios on the first turn. And so I'm just gonna keep Sword Dancing, seeing if I could get the Encore 3 turns off before he killed me. And this Draco Meteor, I was hoping I'd survive, hoping he was like Scarf or something, but now he's Specs. And that's easily going to take me out because that is a ton of damage. Well, a ton of power. And that means he's like at -1 because he is Specs basically. And so yeah, he's going to switch right into his Shuckle. And that Seismic Toss is going to do a bitch load because we all know Shuckle has piss poor HP stat, but it has fantastic defenses. So yeah, that automatically means that my next freaking Seismic Toss is gonna kill it, and that will. But he actually switches out. I'm not gonna go too far into that. And so yeah, he's gonna be taking Sandstorm damage, which actually helps me quite a bit in this match. And here I was thinking he was actually gonna try to trick me to fuck me up. So I'm gonna go into Mew as a quite a good fodder. But this does help end up working out for me that I foddered out the Mew here, and that only leaves me with Blissey left because I did make all those horrible bad plays, and he's using a horse and team. So yeah. So I'm gonna go back into Foosbooch, and he's gonna switch out into a Shuffle to take a Seismic Toss as fodder. And so I'm okay with that. I really am. And so that means the Shuckle's dead, and he can't really touch me now because I am a special ball, which is really good. And here he is gonna send off a Psychic my way, and I'm like, that shouldn't do much. And then it hits half, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? But it turns out to be a crit, so that's okay. And I'm gonna Seismic Toss here. His own Sandstorm is actually gonna end up taking him out, which I found freaking hilarious. And that will be the match. That's a 1-0 closer match, one of the closest matches I've had here. So yeah, I'm talking about the black screen, and yeah, just about 10 more seconds of the song. And so yeah, comment, like, and subscribe, and enjoy the rest of this music. So yeah.